Donald Trump says that European Union is finally moving on trade talks, calling it a positive step after threatening steep tariffs. In a post on Truth Social, he confirmed the EU is working to schedule meetings days after delayed a plan of 50% tariff imposition until July 9. Trump accused this bloc of slow-walking negotiations, but now signals fresh momentum are seen.
That's right. Let's also take a deeper look at Tesla then. Now, Tesla's European sales have nosedived 49% in April, with just over 7,200 cars sold. And the drop comes despite a broader boom in EV demand as the brand battles growing backlash over Elon Musk's political ties, including support for Germany's far-right AfD and rising competition there. Now, the company's aging lineup and protests across Europe are adding to its woes.
Right. If you talk about Fed's Richmond remarks, and he's flagging off uncertainty upon businesses as hiring freezes and investments get delayed. Now, these remarks have been made earlier in the day, and Bakin is noting that while the country economy is on track, questions around tariffs are causing a caution. Apart from that, he also mentioned that consumer spending remains resilient despite deteriorating sentiment, and the Fed is waiting for clarity on policy changes before actually adjusting its interest rates.
That's right. Now, moving on, the European Central Bank is nearing its 2% inflation target, according to Governing Council member Joachim Nagel. Now, the target is finally within reach, Nagel has said, adding that ECB is on right track despite some fluctuations and underlying services inflation. However, elevated uncertainty, particularly due to US trade policies, makes it challenging to predict the future of interest rate moves.
Right. The Swiss National Bank is navigating a highly uncertain environment, according to SNB President Martin Schengel. He added that exporters are not guided by individual inflation data. In fact, with some months seeing negative prints, he also added it is not necessary for the bank to react every time, but focus on the medium term.
That's right. On to another update then. Salesforce, that is back in deal mode, announcing an $8 billion acquisition of data giant Informatica. And the move aims to supercharge its AI offerings by tightening control over how data is managed and used. So after shelving talks last year, the deal gained momentum in April amid interest from multiple bidders, marking Salesforce return to big-ticket M&A.
The US is set to receive a golden share in the proposed $14.1 billion Nippon Steel US deal, giving Washington veto power over the key decisions. It's part of the National Security Pact tied to the deal's approval. President Trump plans to tout the agreement featuring $14 billion in new investment at a Pittsburgh rally on Friday.
Moving on, the EU has approved a massive €150 billion defense fund, its biggest yet. This as fears of a Russian attack grow and trust in US protection wanes. Now, the SAFE scheme will use joint borrowing to fund cross-border arms projects with a strong buy-European push. Hungary abstained, but 26 member states backed the move, calling it a vital step to deter future threats.
That's right, but shifting focus to Japan, Japan's cabinet has approved an emergency plan to allocate 388 billion Japanese yen from reserve funds, according to reports which came earlier. The move aims to support businesses and households impacted by US tariffs. The package includes utility bill subsidies and funds to help regional businesses cope up with the rising costs. According to the report, the initiative responds to the growing concerns that US tariff policies could harm Japanese industries and weaken consumer sentiment.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.